All right, so now let's go through and do another one. You're going to start to kind of get used to these because you're going to see it's pretty much the same process, but we like to kind of start. It's not everyone goes in order, and they may want to go straight to this treatment and get a campaign going with watching the setup and all that. So we're just going to kind of go through that. So again, this is being started if you're using our Hyper MedSpas software. Or you're using your own process, will just kind of skip the first part. But if you're using our software, the first thing we're going to come to is the sites again. Then we're going to find the IV therapy page, landing page in here. So you click that, and we're going to open up the software. First thing you want to do is first is always the double checks. So we're going to hit edit page, go through this. And one thing, we just want to make sure that you just always double check your tracking codes are there that we showed you how to do. So there's your tracking code for that. Cancel keep. Always make sure that you've got your phone number and your address, that you've finished this page up and removed all the default text that was in here originally. So there's everything's here. Your pricing, you've got all your treatments in here. This works good. IV therapy was really good with the Google, but you really want to have a good offer, for that first and some sort of recurring reason, because a lot of people like to come on a regular basis. So you really want to get them in the door for that first treatment, and whether it's with 50% off, and then have some sort of membership or package deal so that they can keep coming back. So everything looks good there. Come back. You want to do the same thing with the thank you page, so you can go there and check the code again. So we won't go through all that again. So now we've got your landing page open here. We can go to over to Google Adwords, your account, and then we're going to new campaign. We're going to go for website traffic to start. We always start with the basic, just till we get some data. Then we'll start optimizing it, which we have a optimized video at the end of on this page as well. So there's your web traffic, search, campaign name. We'll just do IV therapy. Pretty simple. Now, once you get the feel for these, start new. This is bringing up my other test one I did. Again, we start with clicks to get some data. I always like the number to get to around 40 or 50 conversions, leads that came through here before you can move it over, then move it to conversions, and then you can set the conversion value. Google will give you a recommendation in here, and you don't want to set it too low. You want to, if your leads are averaging $30 per lead, and you get started there, I would say start with like 40, because otherwise it can drag it down too fast. You'll see it'll dip down and come back. So set it high and kind of trickle its way back. It really won't go that high, but just if you're going to do that, that's just our recommendation, though. Start with clicks, and then some cost maximum. I would always just $5. It seems to be enough. Just if it doesn't mean you're going to spend $5, but it's just good to have it set there. And then next, and again, these we recommend taking off until you've got some data in there, and you're trying to, if it's going good and you want to add some budget. And then when you start adding budget, then you can start including some of these into there. In your location, this is basically local business, so we're not doing across the country. Advanced search radius. Again, 20. The default's 20. Certain treatments like PRP, hair restoration, O-shot, T-shot, Morphe. Some of those little higher expensive ones that a lot of places don't do. Kind of keep it there. It was a really common treatment like Botox or laser hair removal. You probably maybe even down as low as 5 miles. So it really depends on the city you're in and traffic and whatnot. So you want to kind of give that in there. So we'll just leave that at 20. City in there or zip code. You got that. So if you see you think that there's a couple towns that are just right off the reach, and maybe come back and add a couple miles to it so that you can get those in there. So we want to start in there. So you really want to start there. Just kind of leave everything default English, everything default for, because with landing pages we're using that there's not really website data. So here, then we go to the spreadsheet that you have that we supplied you. Here's the keywords we use. Obviously, you can adjust your offer. This is kind of to you, but this is really much where it goes. Obviously, anything that says city name in there, put your city name in. There's a lot. These, when they're in this phrase match with the parentheses around it, they're going to supply Google's. You don't need to make a big long list. Anything that's similar to these, they're going to populate it. So it's just easier to optimize when you've got smaller amount of keywords in there instead of one cruel, crazy long list of everything. Trust the Google system will match pretty much whatever's close to it. So so you got that there. So let's going to get those keywords here. And again, here at the bottom, you see all the different ones. We'll keep adding more in here, but basically it's just the same format. You're basically going to go into Morpheus and change Morpheus to a different machine or treatment, for example, and just use the exact same format in there. Or even this one here, you can just kind of change the name from IV therapy to a different treatment. And here, just very simple, paste your keywords in. It's going to give you a lot of recommendations. They try to do that. Just start with the basics. Then your landing page. And then here you're going to come grab your headline. And it's good to have everything kind of done in here, with the spreadsheet, or keep it for yourself. So if you ever have to redo it, or it's here. So there's your headlines. So we're just going to run through, put these in here, your offer. And it's always good to do a Google search in your area just to see what other companies are offering and that are in ads. They'll say sponsored ads. So basically look at what the ads are that, your competition may be using their offer, and, so you know what you're competing against. So that's what you really should be looking at as far as what you use. And then this one. There. All right. So now we got these. And again, I always kind of recommend to pin the first one. I like especially with whatever the main thing is, IV therapy special name, and then hit that little pin right there. And I always like to pin one, at least the main one that you always want showing up first. And then these other ones will float around. Google will move them around as need be, as their system sees which format works the best, which order. And then just grab, here we got 2 descriptions for you for description line 1, and then description line 2. Delete. And then this images is more if you're doing display ads and stuff. So there's really, you can't use site links since this is a one-page landing page. There's nothing else. If you're using your website, you could put site links into other sections of your website. You can do a call tracking one in here if you want. You can add your phone number, the call number, but since it's a one page, we're really not so much we can link to. That's why your optimization will look like it's low, 67, but it's not. They perform well. It's just Google wants you to put as much links in there. Obviously, they don't know that we're only using a landing page. And then here you can set your budget. You can do the recommended one, set a custom one. You can put $20, whatever you wanted to do. I always started to say set add $20, $25 just to get a feel for it. And then next. And then fix your use. Oh, this is probably because I have another ad in here as well right now. So for the same keyword, so it doesn't let you duplicate. So then you're just going to be publish button right there, and then hit publish, and then you're going to be good to go. All right.